You ever seen a lie get so big it needs the media, the FBI, and a former president to keep it alive? Well, buckle up, because this isn't a conspiracy anymore. You guys gotta check this video out.
A grand jury investigation is now underway regarding the Trump-Russia hoax. The media enablers that peddled the lie for years, though, are circling the wagons.
This is extraordinarily stupid. It's extraordinarily stupid on so many counts. Barack Obama had nothing to do with this by anybody's accounts.
We're all for transparency on any potential corruption, right? But this is something that...
So, really quick, guys, accountability. That is the major word. The media's favorite line is always Barack Obama had nothing to do with any of it. Any of it. How do you feel about that line? Please let me know right now below in the comments. Tulsi Gabbard's about to pull something out of her hat that's going to leave you guys surprised. So let's keep going, guys.
That has been combed over for a decade now.
I think they're trying to create the appearance of progress in this investigation without actually making any progress.
They all did their job, right? For the 4 years, 5 years. Meanwhile, President Trump, he's awaiting answers.
I have nothing to do. Pam is doing a great job. I have nothing to do with it. I will tell you this. They deserve it. I was happy to hear it. I actually read it just like you did. I have nothing to do with it.
Here with reaction is Tulsi Gabbard, the director.
So I'm not going to keep pausing the video, guys. I'm going to let this one play out. But President Trump didn't just say it like somebody that has nothing to hide, right? He's saying it like a guy that's been vindicated. You know, the truth doesn't have to fear investigation. That's what we really have to pay close attention to. Let's keep going, guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe button. Let's keep going.
Director of National Intelligence. Director Gabbard, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Laura.
There's a report tonight from the Federalist that the DOJ is actually asking you for more documents in its grand jury probe. Is that true? And what are they asking for now?
That is true, Laura, and I just want to point out how important this is, that Attorney General Pam Bondi, through the Department of Justice, is taking this necessary first step toward accountability, which is essential for the American people to begin to have any kind of trust in the integrity of our democratic republic. I met with the Department of Justice prosecutors today, and yes, they are committed to leaving no stone unturned as they conduct this grand jury investigation and find the truth. Obviously, we've already handed over the documents that we've declassified and released publicly over the last few weeks. They have more questions, and they're going to be really taking a deep dive into this again, looking everywhere to find the truth and conduct this very serious investigation.
You heard the media reaction, and a lot of these same people were just buying lock, stock, and barrel what was sold to them during the 2016 election. But they're essentially saying, this is all old news. This is such a stupid political move on their part. Into that, you say?
They are using the same old tactic that the deep state's propaganda arm in the media uses. Whenever they come across something that is true and that doesn't go along with whatever their narrative is that they're trying to shove down the throats of the American people, they first usually ignore it, as they did when I first released these documents a couple of weeks ago. They tried to ignore it. When they realized that they weren't going to get away with this, that this story was going to continue breathing.
So, guys, I've been trying to say that this is their playbook. Ignore, deny, then attack. First, they ignored Tulsi Gabbard. Now that she won't shut up, they're terrified, and they're calling her dangerous. Does that not sound familiar to you guys? Like, be honest, does that not sound familiar? Who have they played the same exact game on? Whenever you try to expose the truth, now you're this horrible, horrible person. That I think in the beginning, when she first said she wanted to work with Trump, they put her on a terrorist watch list. She couldn't fly, she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that without people breathing down her neck. I'm trying to tell you guys that they put the truth right in front of your face. It's just you have to not be naive. You got to literally look at it for what it is. Not trying to make it something that it's not. Let's keep going, man.
life. We continued releasing new documents. Then they decided, oh, we'll take this approach of say, oh, this is nothing. There's nothing really to see here. This is bizarre. This is a conspiracy. These are the things that they do over and over and over again. And the next step they will take when they feel that they are not succeeding in getting rid of this truth that we have uncovered for the American people, then they will go down the route of we must destroy and smear and attack the credibility of those who are delivering the truth to the American people. They've done this to President Trump. They've done this to me. They've done this to so many different people, once again, who are trying to tell the American people the truth and expose these people, many of whom you just showed, for who they are as the propaganda arm of the deep state, which would have no power and no influence if they weren't able to feed their lies into a willing spokesperson through the propaganda media.
Now, Director, you said there was irrefutable evidence that Obama was the mastermind of this intelligence manipulation and the perpetuation of the Russia hoax.
I mean, I want to ask you guys a question because this guy's 9 times out of 10, he's probably dating a man. Do you think that he's the mastermind or could it have been his donors? I'm betting, me personally, I'm betting that it could have been his big time donors that are behind and controlling everything. The same person that started up the BLM, the same person that funds the BLM. I don't want to say his name. YouTube might take the video down, but please leave some comments. Let's spread what we think is the truth.
What is that irrefutable evidence for our viewers tonight?
Yeah, Laura, you know, as you were playing those clips of these people like Morning Joe seemingly befuddled, saying that by no account is any of this true, I would challenge them to see if they've actually read the documents, every single page of the documents that we've released over the last couple of weeks. If not, go to odni.gov, G-O-V. It's all right there for anyone to see. And those who go in and read this will see how President Obama directed that a National Security Council meeting be called to talk about Russia, that the report that came out of that meeting was filled with tasks that were delivered by James Clapper's assistant to John Brennan and to other elements of the intelligence community. John Brennan was the head of the CIA at the time, all saying per the president's direction, per the president's order.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. As she said that, I typed it up really quick while listening to the video. She's not lying. He's not lying. If you type that in and you put Obama files next to it, you're gonna see something that dates back to 2011 of just corruption. Honestly, you're gonna see that.
And very specifically, they were tasked to create an intelligence assessment that detailed how Moscow tried to influence the election, not if, but how. And this was the beginning of this manufactured intelligence assessment where they knowingly wrote things in this assessment that were false, and they knew they were false. They knew that they were basing it on discredited intelligence or documents like the Steele dossier that was.
So really quick, guys, this is bigger than the Watergate, right? Because they wrote fake intelligence reports on purpose just to destroy President Trump. I don't think that's politics at all. That's something bigger. If you know what that's called, please leave it down below in the comments.
Politically motivated and that they knew was false. And this was how they came up with the Russia hoax that was then weaponized and used to try to delegitimize the president, President Trump, and to try to ultimately enact this years-long coup throughout his entire 4 years of his first administration.
And they further say that there's like this idea of saying that Obama is guilty of treason, that there's almost no chance that he's going to be charged or convicted of treason. So why even go there? And I'll pose that question to you.
The integrity of our democratic republic depends on the American people knowing the truth about what actually happened and seeking that accountability, bringing about that accountability.
So guys, there it is. There it is, right? This isn't about President Trump. This is about the truth. And if you're still supporting the people that are pushing this lie, you're a part of the problem that we have all throughout politics. I don't think that this should be red versus blue, Democrat versus Republican. I think this should be versus right and wrong. And fortunately for us, we voted for the guy 3 times that have been doing the right thing. And the people that are on the blue side have been lying, doing nothing but lying. They didn't just try to cancel Trump. They tried to cancel democracy. And the good news, the truth always outlasts the lie. And I think the craziest part about this all is we're just getting started. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what you react to. We're out.